1, 2, 3, 4. 4. There we go. Test. There we go. Audio's good. All right. All right, all right, all right. How's everybody doing tonight? Good, I hope. All right, how's everybody doing tonight? All right, so we are doing a bag tear down tonight. This is my wife's old bag. It is made out of a very cheap material, and it's not even real leather. This is like PU leather. It is just coming apart. Look at that. And it's you can like turn it inside out, which is really cool. And it has a hidden magnet inside, which I'm gonna take and use. Uh, Clever design, but just yeah, it's too uniform. See that? That's that's not real. Yeah. So we'll just do a teardown. I am going to save all the I'm going to save all this hardware because it's still good hardware. And try to incorporate it into the new bag. And the goal with this is to actually use it as the template for her next bag. That was her request. It's some nice hardware too. Needs a little bit of love, but still good hardware. There we go. Let me grab my stitch removal. So a little bit of a break tonight from the current bag. I'm waiting on some hardware to come in. So let's go ahead and get this going. There we go. Mm. Ew. Come on, honey. Some money. I do have another hat planned. It's just I gotta save enough capital for it. That, or if somebody orders it, then I can get another hat going. But my next hat, I'm trying to save about $100 to buy a seconds from one of the factories for 100% beaver. I'm trying to save the shape as much as possible. So it's a typical tote design, just kind of flared up at the ends. Another bot. Oh well. There we go. Ow! Just stabbed myself again. And yes, I got the green light from my wife to tear this apart. See, I'm going to recreate this bag. And why not just use it as the template? Oh, yeah. See, look at that. Ugh. Ew. Damn, I'm trying to do two things: hats and leatherworking. And right now it's leatherworking, but I did a hat earlier last week, so from when my wife. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, definitely save that. Not gonna do that. Set that off to the side. Neat. The screen is really just for show. The green stitching here. There it is. Mm. You give me a magnet. And there's the template. One of the things I want to do is throw this onto a big piece of cardboard paper and get it more even. So, give me a second. So I thought it's cardboard in there. I was hoping that it would be foam. We could reuse the foam, but no, it's cardboard. I don't know if she wants to keep this or not. Let's go on and grab the hardware. Interesting. Hold up. Hold up. It's got a foam core. No, no, it's elastic. See? That's too old. Well, all right. Transfer paper. Hopefully it's big enough. Ignore this. This is from the oils from a other piece of leather. Let's see, will this fit? I don't think so. Yeah. I need to get another big one. I need to get another one. Then, worth a try. Let's go take this off then. This is just a deconstruction process. There's one piece of advice I received from uh, other leather worker was that if you want to make a bag and see a design that you like, get the bag. I'm like, for just a tote bag, just go to like Hobby Lobby or something like that, and just buy the cheap tote bag, take it apart like this, reconstruct it. This is just reverse engineering it. This is the same way I learned from making hats. I looked at one of my hats that I had. It was the adventurer's hat. It was 100% wool from Stetson. That was my first wide brim hat, and just looked at this construction. I didn't take it apart because one, it's still my hat and I wanted to wear it. But I looked at how they trimmed it, how they did the sweatband, everything, and I would go to like Cavender's or other Western shops and just pick up hats and just look at them, feel them, try them on my head, see how they felt. And that's how I came with the idea that, oh, the X's are a lie, first off, and the fact that the way that you pounce it, the way you sand the hats, also determines how soft it really feels. The finer you go, and I can go up to 2,000 grit, and it's just soft. It feels like almost like a chinchilla, petting a chinchilla. And they do sell chinchilla hats. I found that out, but it's a pain to get your hands on. You know, a good felting company. I think Winchester does it, but I have to double check with them. So no, Zito Hats does it. There we go. They do They do 100% chinchilla. So I wonder how that feels. But how waterproof and durable it is. That is the question, because that is like the epitome of luxury right there. It's like driving a McLaren to your construction worker to construction office. With the construction site, I should say. It gets you there, but is it really worth it? Oh, I would love to see that. That's weird. Just a piece in there, just added as filler. So these are the main parts. Main body. Pocket. And I want to make sure I mark up where the top is. Alright, so yeah, see, top, bottom. Because if you look, it kind of goes down at an angle. So it is actually uneven. I mean, it could be my eyes. But yeah, main body, pocket, handle straps. Now, it would be clever. Get two of these. One on this side. One on this side. That would be clever. And I think I'll do that. I'll do two of these. So she'll have one pocket on the outside, one pocket on the inside. Just in case. Then do base here. And insert here. Oh yeah, there we go. My templates. And just reverse engineer. Oh, this material. Just painted fabric. See? There we go. All right. And since I'm in a deconstructing mood, a couple hats I got for really cheap. And you guys remember this one. I think I'm going to go ahead and take this. I might just leave the bound brim on. If it can stay on. Yeah, this looks like feels like a rabbit. Reconnector here is what I call it. What else can we find out about this hat? Got this from Goodwill, from a lot sale. It's a Scala. And this is a 7. It's really soft. And it tells me it's 100% for felt. That is all. That is all. So, just going to repurpose these. These are all dress weights, so they're really light. This is cool. Keep this in. Keep the liner in. I sewed it in. Clever. It came with a sweat or hat band, so. But they have glue. Why is it always glue? Mallory. Let's see. Mallory hats. Let's see what we find. Mallory Hat Company. Let me see if I can. I don't want that. Discard. Let me see. Give me a second. No. No, that's not what I wanted. Sorry. Yep, move that. There we go. Ah. There we go. Okay. I just lost it. Hold up. Mallory hats. There we go. See if I'm trying to share it without showing you everything on my screen. Sorry about that. Still learning it. The oldest hatter in the United States and the originator of the fedora type of hat was founded in 1823 by Ezra Mallory near Danbury, Connecticut, aka Hat City. It's been controlled solely by the Mallory family during its 129 years until 1952 when John B. Stetson Company bought out the Mallory Hat Company. Interesting. So, the Ezra Mallory was born in Reading, Connecticut in 1785 and started the Mallory Hat Company in Danbury, Connecticut in 1823. He set up a shop near his home in the Great Plain district of town. He, pro- he produced high beaver hats called stovepipes that had bell-shaped crowns and heavily rolled brims. Ezra started with one hatter and an apprentice in his shop. First, to make the hats were used from hare, rabbit, beaver, muskrat, and nutria, which is similar to the muskrat family. Skins came mostly from places like Russia, Australia, South Africa, Scotland, brought to America by pelt dealers. Beaver plug hats sold for $8 a piece, and plain hats sold for $1.50 and up, and were of the highest grade. In the early days, Ezra made many styles of hats and sold them mostly via barter, as money was scarce. He was not inclined to use a stagecoach, but rather packed his saddle on a horse for a dozen hats and ride off to Norwich, where vessels departed for New York. Huh! Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I know this isn't as old, but yeah, it's still a piece of jewelry. An old Mallory hat. So that will go up on my wall. Oh, cool. It's a Mallory hat. Now it's gonna get saved. Oops. I collect. It's like collecting a trophy. See what else can we learn about Mallory. Ezra's son, Ezra A. Mallory, left school at the age of 16, worked in the hat shop with his father. Unfortunately, Ezra Sr. died in 1845. His son then moved the shop to Danbury Village. I wonder, is this shop still there? Let's see. Shop. Let's see. Well, one thing I did just learn that there's this thing called a hat buddy. Yeah, town over. Oh, I know where I'm going next weekend. Just trying to see. Original visual impact. Let's see. They do. There is a picture of the factory online, but it's an old picture. So younger Mallory bought pelts from the Indians. He went to Canada where he purchased beaver, muskrat, other skins. Also accepted goods for his hat also, as well as cash. His cash was probably becoming more popular. His formal cash wasn't adopted until 1850. Okay. In 1854, 2 years after the railroad went into operation, Mallory plant was moved to Montgomery shop on the west side of Danbury. By 1856, E.A. Mallory Company had capital roughly about $20,000 and employed about 95 workers, annually manufactured about 8,640 dozen hats, which were sold for total $155,000. Somewhere near around this time, they began manufacturing soft hats, and as for the demand of the type of hat, became very great. The company suffered major setback during the Civil War, which resulted in the loss of the southern hat market. Ugh. Try how dry this is. It's actually coming off pretty easy. I still don't want to poke a hole through the felt because that's going to be a pain to fix. Let's see, what else? As a result, Ezra lost everything. For a time during the war, he sought employment in New York, but soon returned to Danbury. Even though he was near the age of 60, he restarted the business. His oldest son, Charles Mallory, became actively associated with his father in the management of the business in 1872. Let's see, what else? As a result, the business name was changed to E.A. Mallory and Sons. The growth from this point on was fast. Mallory's hats were being made in all various styles and fashions of the day demanded. It helped tremendously that now all the main cities of New England were now only a few hours away by train ride. By 1886, the enterprise had grown such that the company's reputation preceded itself, and the traveling salesmen were selling Mallory hats all over. Ezra's youngest son, William E. Mallory, was admitted to a membership in the firm. The older brother, Charles, continued to be active in the operations of the company, while William became a sales manager, as well as treasurer. By 1893, Henry B. Mallory, Charles and Sons joined Mallory Company. By 1908, he was admitted to be in partnership. No wonder, hold up. So, Ezra A., the father, supervised the business until he retired in 1897. We have Frederick T. Joy joined the company in a minor capacity, but never missed an opportunity to learn. In 1904, the partnership was incorporated to the Mallory Hat Company. Frederick became a stockholder and director of the firm, and eventually vice president. So who is Frederick T. Joy? So you're learning along with me right now. So this is from BernardHats.com. All right, who's Frederick T. Joy? Oh, I love the old Art Deco designs. Not much. Became stockholder. Okay, machinery continued to replace hand labored in many operations of hat making under the guidance of Charles Mallory, and the company was transformed shop to a factory. At this point, hats were made almost all by machines, as opposed to the way his grandfather made them. All the hats were which was by hand, mixing the furs. So this company continued to grow until the second largest manufacturers in the country in the earliest part of the 20th century. By the 1920s, Mallory employed hundreds of men and women in many buildings. In the binding room of the Mallory Hat Factory made up 20% of the workforce of the city's hat shops. So the factory consisted of 21 brick concrete frame buildings varying from 1 to 6 stories in height. Whew, big. Company was also very strong financially. The company balance sheet on October 31st, 1925 showed the total assets of $2,166,759.62 with 14,000 shares of common stock outstanding and 7,500 shares preferred stock outstanding. This is the most impressive for a company that was controlled by Ezra Mallory and his descendants for more than a century. A press release from the Hat Institute at 358 First Avenue, New York City, dated June 9th, 1932, showed Frederick T. Joy, vice president of the Mallory Hat Company, OWL. Sorry, I got it under my fingernail. Vice president of the Mallory Hat Company as president of the organization. On November 23rd, 1943, a letter from Harry B. Mallory to the stockholders in advance of an annual stockholders meeting in December 1st states the company's sales have trended downwards since 1936. So that was about that downward fall. Yeah, that good part's gone. So slowly working on these. This takes time. All right, so they did get bought out by Stetson in 1946. They were sold to the Stetson Hat Company in 1946. Mallory also owned the Emerson Hat Company as a division. At the time, it was purchased by Stetson. The first shutdown, once the takeover was complete, was the Emerson plant in 1949. The closing of the Mallory front shop in 1957 created controversy with the United Hatters Cap and Millinery Workers International Union. The union was adamant that Mallory could not close a shop in the middle of a contract. finally, with the help of an arbiter, it was ruled that the company had put up 100K for severance pay, and the union had to stop threatening to call a strike in the main Stetson plant in Philadelphia. Last sign of the company was termination of Mallory Backshop operations by John B. Stetson in July of 1965. That was interesting. So this hat has a generation, has roots as being the oldest, part of the oldest hat makers in the United States. Interesting. That's always cool. Well, today we learned. But how old this hat is? I couldn't tell you. See the leftover chalk on it. How big is this brim? About a 2-inch brim. Just shy. Very stingy brim. Man. Okay. There we go. Minimal. Good. Yeah, one of the best ways to learn hat making is reverse engineering the hat. So it's put together, so it's sewn together. The stitches that they're using. Even though a lot of them are just made in a factory. And if you look online, you see videos where hatters saying, "Oh, I got a secret method of doing things." Like, it's their signature thing. I respect it, but if it's just an extra pounce, an extra thing, and just another extra step, you don't need to worry about it. I've spent many hours rewatching videos from Hooffoot or Hornscough, Chaz Mitchum, some Chaz Mitchum videos from Cowboy Cartel, and a few others to learn how the basic steps. A bunch of news articles that get filming and stuff like that, or what they were able to film. Just repeat. Sit there and watch repeat over and over again. And that's how I learned. I have no mentor. I live too far away from everybody. I just recently learned that there's a couple of hatters up in Nashville. I plan on going to visit. I got a open invite over with a hatter over in Atlanta. Go sit in and just chat. Learning is what my goal is. There we go. That's good as my because that is too thin for me to Scrape it off. Maybe later. Just set it on fire. Be fine. Still soft. Still good. Still good hat. There it is. That's the front. There's the front. Yep. Felt has a memory, which is unique. It knows where it wants to be. That was done. All right, Scala. That's really soft. Good old snap down brain. They have a with this ribbon has a tendency to it has a tendency to fold up like that. I wonder. So this is another hat I have. Just experimenting with it. It's an old Bailey's. It's a 4X. It feels like beaver. This is my second Scala. Fairly recent hat. Judging by how the sweatband is. This is made in Czech Republic. Right. This came a long way. Synthetic PU. Got a lot of sweat here. It was worn a lot. Plastic so good. It's fairly new. Is that mold? Could be mold. Yeah, more hot glue. Scholar collection. There. All right, what do we got? Black. Just gonna take this off without damaging it. Keep these together. Like I said, these are like trophies for me. So it's 100% for felt. We shall see. This is not gonna be fun. Let's see what we got here. 2.5 inch brim. To the front. Yep, 2.5 inches. One, two ribbon. One fold here, two folds back. Pretty classic. See how manufactured the ribbons are. It's not bad. It's actually still really good. I'll probably reincorporate that into the hat. I'll save that for later. Definitely save that for later. So the dust and sweat. Yeah. There's a look behind the curtain. It ain't pretty. What I usually do, all one piece, then put it together. Sometimes it is two pieces, but I try to keep them as close as possible to make it look like one piece. We try to create the illusion. Alright, so my program's just failed. New noise. I'm panicking. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this ribbon. This one I'm definitely gonna keep. This needs a good iron for later. Right now I'm just taking off all this extra string and then I cut. Alright, see if we can get this off like we did with the others. Excuse me. Label. Yep. Alright. Well, guys, I am going to call it a night. So, I should have some more tomorrow. I'll be back to the back building tomorrow. So, since I was doing deconstruction, and my goal was just do more deconstruction. Alright, you all have a great night, great week, stay warm, and have a pleasant evening.